So this is the plum tree that I have, and I want to clone it, so I'll have totally the same tree, that fruit, the taste, everything. So, and besides, it's so expensive to be buying now. So there's you will find a node like this where branches grows, but this time I have it here just at the back here, the node under it around 3 millimeters or 1 centimeter. And now we have to take the bark out, and you usually do this during spring. Here in Sweden we have a very late spring this time, so because during spring it's the time that we have during spring it's the time that the plants are actively growing. So here we go. And why just exact below the node? Because it usually, and what we do is that if you touch this one part, there is the cambium layer. It's kind of slippery, so that layer we should really take it out. So what you do is you have to scrape it. So in any kind of trees, fruit trees, whatever, bush, whatever tree in your garden that you want to clone by air layering, it's totally the same process. If you wonder how I had been doing this, yes, I had been doing this a lot with my rose and other kind of bushes here in my garden, and you get actually 90 to 95%. Why I say that? Because sometimes, I don't know, in everything you do there's always some kind of failure sometimes, but most of the time, no, not 90, 99, I think. The 1% is like to get something wrong. Now I think I was able to scrape over it, all of it, all the cambium layer. This time I will be using, instead of the commercial one that you buy, and they're not cheap either, I will be using what we call the aloe vera plant. So here I have my aloe vera plant. Aloe vera plant are very known for air layering, and it's, you know, it's just natural. So if you have a friend, somebody who has aloe vera plant, you can just ask, or maybe you can plant your own, and they are very useful. A lot of people get a lot of success when it comes to air layering using an aloe vera plant. So what you do is that instead of using other things like powder that you can commercially buy, you use aloe vera plant. So you just rub it here, rub it. It's actually antibacterial, the aloe vera plant, and I think that is one reason, because one important thing when you do air layering is that it should not be attacked by any bacterial or fungi that will make your air layering. I will even just go up to here. Okay, so now be sure that you have something prepared to do it. And what I have is actually this one. Okay, whatever kind you have, you can just make a hole there, and then you cut it here, and there you go, and you just put it that way, like that. But I think this one is quite very big, or maybe I will do this maybe like that. So like that, or I will just use a smaller one. So I have actually, when you have some things in your house, this one can you also use. Whatever container you can have use with it, I can use this one. And just make sure you make a hole on both sides, and then you cut here on both sides there, and then you just put it in like that. So So now you have it. And what I will do is I will put, and as what I said, be sure that you are ready and you have already. So a lot of people, if you have pet moss, you can buy it, but I do usually doesn't buy it. I collect normally under the trees. You can get this kind of combination of like, you know, rotten woods and some soil. So, and it's very, I soaked this one for like 4 days, but you can actually, so as you see, it's dripping, so you can actually have like this. If you have any question, just put your comment below, and I would love to go back and answer to you. So this thing I had been doing for like 3 years already. So I have actually apple trees that are air layered by myself, and they work so fine. I will be showing you some of them later on. So, but before I had been buying this kind of root hormone in powder, but now I don't do it anymore. So what I do is just press it there, press it, and be sure that this will not be moving, you know. So, now I think I have it, all of it full. Okay, so now you have there, some people even just use mud, some people even just use soil, ordinary soil or sun, and it works. With me, I usually use this, and that's what I said, you can collect it in your garden, especially under big trees, or maybe collect it, you go to a forest near you, and then you can just take. Okay, now what I will do with this is that I will put the cover. Of course, you have the cover of it, and there you go. There you go. So later on you can actually see also. And then I will be using just a plastic to cover it. So it will be kind of dark there. And then after this I can, like that. So buying fruit trees, especially now, are really expensive. I've noticed it. And I was like, oh my goodness. But still, I buy fruit trees from the store, especially if so. And another thing is that I actually have here, I will take off my gloves. I actually have here a rubber band. You can use any kind of tying material you want. But the thing why I use rubber bands is that they are elastic. So when I tie it, they really, you know, it's easier for me. So if you like, just buy. They're not really expensive. So you have there, and this is another thing, that your soil there will also remain moist. So you have there, so there's nothing that will, so it's covered now. And so now I will cover the other side of it. So some people will ask, how long will it take? Normally you will do this by the month of April. But the thing here in Sweden, we didn't have our, we still have, our winter was very long, exaggerated winter. Like the spring just started now, you know, like the end of April. So the best is that actually April you can already start air layering if the temperature and the weather is following, you know, the normal. But as of now, it actually doesn't follow anymore, because now, so now I have it like that. Isn't it? How many days? 30 to 40 days to be exact. Make it 40 days. So it's like a month and 2 weeks, 6 weeks. And we will look at this and check this with if the rooting is going very well. Anyway, thank you for watching, and anything about plants, early yearing, grafting, follow Lipa Buhay, and see you again next time.